Here to discuss it all, North Dakota Senator John Hoeven, who has been in discussions with Tom Homan about ending the shutdown. It's great to have you tonight. And I'm just wondering, as the Republicans and the administration give even more to the Democrats of what they asked for with those expanded points that we mentioned at the top of the show, what is it going to take to get a deal here? TSA agents need to feed their families, and Americans need to travel with ease and knowing that they're safe.
Jackie, Brian, good to be with you, and that's right on, and it just couldn't be more clear. Look, Senator Schumer had a Schumer shutdown at the end of last year, 43 days, and he liked that one so much, now he's doing it again. Now this time he can only get DHS shut down, but he's got it shut down for 35 days, and nobody should be mistaken about that. He evidently thinks these are good ideas for his base. Somehow he's playing to his base in doing this. But as you described, one, it has real impact on people's lives. Look at our hardworking TSA agents, and then look at the impact on the traveling public. 3-hour wait, hour-and-a-half wait, the uncertainty, that creates real difficulties. And so we're working very hard, and we have offered a whole range of options. If he wants to keep negotiating, we've said, fine, we'll put a continuing resolution in place while you do it. You showed just some of the things that we've offered for them to vote for a bill that the Democrats had already agreed to. So make no mistake, and the public needs to call Democrat senators and encourage them to continue to work with us. And we are working together now with some of the more common sense senators and with Tom Homan, who's excellent, has a lot of credibility. I think we're making some progress, but we need to get this done.
Yeah, talk to me about the Tom Homan piece of that, sir. He's been there for 2 days. He's the guy who came into Minneapolis and kind of righted the ship there. I think both sides have said he's been a very reasonable bargaining partner. Is he starting to pick off maybe some of those more moderate Democrats that don't necessarily want to go down the Schumer road, and they see a disaster at the end of this if, God forbid, because we don't have adequate protection, something really serious happens at one of our airports? What do you think?
Yeah, he's been really helpful, and I think bringing him in was a good idea. Of course, that's why we did it. You saw how he went to Minneapolis, St. Paul. He de-escalated the situation, did a great job. But it also shows how the administration and Senate Republicans have been working to say, okay, fine. Democrats, you have these issues, or more specifically, Senator Schumer, you and I guess whoever else wants to appeal to the very left-wing base, you have these issues. We're putting in common sense solutions or changes to address them, and even changes in a significant way by the administration at DHS. I think we're getting closer, but the key here is we're getting other Democrat senators outside of or beyond just Senator Schumer to look at what we've put on the table. And I think that's compelling. And that combined with pressure from the traveling public hopefully gets this job done sooner versus later.
Senator Hoeven, let's move on to this. Debate currently ongoing on the Senate floor for the 4th day on the Save America Act. Senate Majority Leader John Thune today saying this.
We're in through this weekend. There will be a vote on this bill. We will find out where everybody stands. Democrats will be held accountable for their position. I don't know how they can continue to defend this, but they are.
It's an 80-20 issue, but this is another one where Democrats are just holding their ground and making it difficult. The majority of Americans want to see a situation where you show an ID to vote, but yet they have this power to be able to hold everything up.
Well, absolutely. But just like I'm saying, we're going to wear them down. We're wearing them down on DHS because the public is speaking out, and they're going to speak out even more as this goes on. And that's going to force Democrats to do the right thing, the common sense thing. And the same argument holds true for the Save America Act. Look, this is fundamental stuff. If you want to rent a hotel room, if you want to get a fishing license, almost get into a government building, just anything you can think of, rent a car, you have to show ID. This is fundamental, basic common sense, and people want voter integrity, and so that's why it's a 70 to 80% issue. And I think every day we're pressing it, we're winning on this issue, and I think both these issues are going to help people see that, Republicans want common sense solutions that work for people in their everyday lives.
Senator, I'm no political strategist. I can do some math, all right? I know you need 60 votes for the Save America Act. I think it's really unlikely you're going to get that. Maybe you wear them down. Maybe you're right. I'm wrong. But I'm hearing a lot of people say, what about a reconciliation bill? Forget 60. Let's go for 51 and let's get it done. Would you be on board with something like that?
Yeah, you know, we're not taking any options off the table. We're going to keep at it. And again, this is a good issue for us now. We're looking at a lot of different options. There's going to be a lot of different votes you're going to see over this next week. And so, yeah, and again, exactly what combination of approaches here are going to get the job done, I don't know. But again, let's remember, the policy is where it's a winner. We win when we're pushing a common sense policy like that, and it's the American public, I think, ultimately will apply the pressure to get Democrats to join us.
All right, Senator, we are watching closely. Thanks for making some time for us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.